Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Joyride for today. So glad to have you here with us. My name is Cynthia with Cynthia's Joyful Creations, and this is Mr. Joyful. And we are just sitting on the back porch of the visitor center here at the state park and just enjoying right now the cool breeze and the scenery, which I will show you in just a minute. So let me get that switched around and then we'll head over to the chat and see who is here with us. All right.
Pretty out here.
It is really pretty out here. So this is the back porch of the visitor center that we are sitting on, and beautiful, beautiful scenery. It's a really big porch, and it wraps around the entire building. So from any side of the building, you can sit. All right, let's see who we've got here with us, Mr. Joyful. Hello and welcome in Samantha and Alicia and Wanda and Paula. Wanda says she is in Kentucky fighting the rain. Alicia says, hi, everyone. I am tired. Last night, no break from the humidity, so not much sleep. Oh, my goodness, Alicia. Hello, Katie. Katie says, hi, Cynthia. It's a black screen. Oh, is the screen black?
Maybe you were switching.
Hello, sweet candy. She says, afternoon, my chocolate lovelies. Hello and welcome in, Jen and Sanja. Please let me know if the screen is black. Oh, okay. She says, all good now. I see you. Okay. And Alicia says she is from Nova Scotia, Canada.
Cindy, do you think our crispy flavor will last?
All right. And Samantha, you asked a question if we will be drawing names to go on the Celebrating Joy wheel. I will be doing that as long as I can drop my own comments. And right now, I'm not sure. Well, Mr. Joyful, you're a moderator, so yes, we will be doing that. If it doesn't work for some reason, since I'm not actually at my home computer, then we will randomly use Nightbot or YouTube to pick our 3 people. And then we'll announce them. We'll just do a special video to announce who they were. All right. So let's get started with, so we're at the Battle of Musgrove Hill. That's where this beautiful site is. And I'm going to pass this to Mr. Joyful in a moment because I need to get ready to move. All right. I'm going to come hang over the porch so you can just see some of this beautiful scenery. And while it is warm today, it is not deathly hot. Or yeah, at least not up here under this porch. All right, I'm going to walk down a little bit just so you can see a little bit more. They've got some bird feeders hanging down there. Hopefully you can see those on that little wooden trellis. And they got a big old bird feeder standing out there. All right. Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to go pay to be here. So we told them inside that we were going to wait and do that with y'all because we want to show the honesty system.
If you want to, with this little table, put the money in, fill it out, and then we'll walk around to the box.
Oh, I don't have a pen,
Oh, true that. Okay.
so we have to go to the box. They have steps around front, but we're going to walk on the little flat platform here. And I've had somebody ask me why we do these joy rides. And honestly, part of the Joy team, there is a tier level that is called the Joy Riders. And Mr. Joyful and I do special joy rides with them. When we were testing out our equipment and making sure that we were able to even do something such as a joy ride, we did it completely public, and it was a big hit. Everybody seemed to love it and enjoy it. So we chose, I'm going to do something challenging. Instead of walking the road, I'm going to walk this little grassy path. But as you can see, there are a lot of little sticks, so I have to be careful. So we're going to take it slow.
Like a house is here, something might see the front steps right there.
Yeah, it looks like there might have been a house at one time here, and the steps are what's remaining, and they've got it fenced off. I do have some information I'll share with you in just a little bit about the Battle of Musgrove Hill. But back to what I was trying to share. And I had fun doing it. So I talked to the current members of the Joy Riders and asked them if they mind, because I told them that there was a time, as many of you know in my medical journey, that I couldn't walk, and I had to learn how to walk again. And Miguel and a couple of other friends, Tasha from, well, she's changed her channel name now, but they would do videos of outside nature. And knowing that I was a nature person and couldn't get out, they made sure that I was aware of those videos. So they brought nature to me. And this is my way of paying it forward as well. So that is our main goal of even doing joy rides. All right, here is a little sign, that's why I stopped, called No Rest for the Weary. And it says Edward Musgrove had been in the back country long enough to experience the brutality of frontier warfare, being involved in the Cherokee Wars and the Regulator movement. Although he had hoped to live in peace, his home would draw the attention of the British and pull his family into war. This painting shows how the Musgrove house may have looked. The inspiration for the painting was from a 1930 photograph. And it says, an excerpt from a 1775 letter from Edward Musgrove to William Henry Drayton, signifying his neutrality. He says, so you see, I have inferred on neither side only so far as you might have expected of me, which I would not have come short of by any means. If I was to undertake, I would be very sorry to fail in the matter. Therefore, it is wisdom to balance everything in the right scale. And it says these ruins are all the remain of what must have once been the home of Edward Musgrove, a prosperous and influential settler of the Carolina backcountry. Edward acquired this land by 1774. It was on this site that Edward built a typical plantation with a dwelling house and various other outbuildings. So those steps, that was where his original house was.
From those steps, maybe.
Yep, those are the steps there, right there that you just saw.
Those steps there.
So, and there is a look at the visitor center. All right.
close to what the house used to look
It
like.
does. The visitor center looks very close to what the house used to look like. Let's go pay. So we're honest. And then we are going to take you on a little nature walk. I love these trees. As a child, my parents would have to keep me off of them. I loved climbing trees. Even when I fell from a tree house and broke both arms at one time, they couldn't keep me from climbing trees. But I didn't know that the tree house was not finished. And I got to the top rung of the ladder on the tree house and fell to the ground and landed on both my hands and snapped them. So the ability to be able to crochet is a gift.
Pecans.
Look,
What are those?
I'm not sure what those are.
Apples?
They might be a type of crab apple.
I don't know. Sam could tell us though.
Okay, we're going to come to this sign, and then I'm going to let Mr. Joyful take you to go pay, because I am going to have to take a short rest. Again, just being honest. All right. Battle of Musgrove Mills State Historic Site. It says, welcome, Battle of Musgrove Mills State Historic Site preserves, protects, and interprets the site of the August 19th, 1780 American Revolutionary War Battle of Musgrove Mill. Whew. Sorry, y'all. We should have brought our book so we could stamp that we've been here.
I'm gonna stamp this.
That's okay. Whew. I'm so sorry, y'all. 200 Patriot militia faced a joint force of 200 Loyalists and 300 British provincial troops, leading to a surprising Patriot victory. This victory was a major turning point in the war that boosted the failing morale of South Carolina patriots. It also dispelled the British High Command's belief that they had crushed all Patriot resistance, since the British had won previous battles at Camden on August 16, 1780, and Fishing Creek on August 18, 1780. Park staff interprets the story of not only the American Revolutionary War Battle of Musgrove Mill, but also tells the tale of brutal partisan warfare that took place throughout upstate South Carolina, dividing the loyalties of communities and families. And there's some pictures to show you up close. And we're getting ready to go on that hiking trail. So y'all know how much I love y'all. This is great physical therapy. And they do have battle reenactments. And in fact, as you saw, where it said that August 19th, 1780 is the anniversary date of the War of Musgrove Mill, they are doing a battle reenactment on that day, on August 19th, coming up this year. All right, I'm going to turn you over to Mr. Joyful. He's going to stamp our paper that they were kind enough to give me so I could share with y'all. Okay.
Back there, so don't get messed up.
All right. I will hang on to this
Mm-hmm.
and this. All right.
Now, what am I doing?
You're going to go pay over there.
All right. Joy. Okay. All right. I assume the box is down here. I can't see the chat, so I don't know if anybody's talking or not. Mm. Okay. That'll be fun. All right, this is the box. Try to do this one-handed. All right, I'm gonna do is peel this thing off here. But sorry, I'll take this at $6. Oh, y'all can't see. I was hoping y'all could see this, but all right, I'm putting $6 in there. I gotta be all. Yeah, I don't know if I can set y'all down anywhere. I don't know. There we go. It works. Okay, put the $6 in there. I would normally write on it, but they'll figure it out. $6. We'll put it in there. There we go. We're all legal like. Also helps to pay, not just to be honest, but you want them to be able to continue to provide us stuff like this and keep the parks up. And now I'm gonna put our bag in the vehicle, and just so when they check the vehicle, hey, this little paper tag up here. There we go. That's probably not the best way, but oh well. All right, now I'll lock it. And where did she go to? Okay. All right. She has walked away on me. Oh, there she goes. Okay. I'll walk across the countryside here. I don't know where she went to miss me. There she goes, but she's being all sneaky. She moves fast for somebody who can't walk barely. Oh,
I had to keep moving. I couldn't stand still. It's harder to stand still than it is to move.
oh. Missed the map. Let me know where you were. I'm not sure it took off on me.
So I do have to apologize. I'm going to have to wait till we get to our first location to sit down to check the chat. My focus is honestly on putting one step in front of the other, but hopefully while I'm silent, you can just enjoy the nature. Isn't that beautiful though? I hear water somewhere.
I got a waterfall down there, maybe.
It could be part of the waterfall that we took you to last month because it's all connected.
I got 4 lights on here. Ow, ow.
Well, if they like it in their heart, that means more to me than the thumbs. And they've got that beautiful fencing that you see
Samantha. Now I can see the chat now.
around the whole area. And here we go. We are starting the trail. It says the fish that are found in this pond are red breast sunfish and largemouth bass. All right. Bicycle, horses, and motorized vehicles are prohibited on the trail. And yes, they have to put horses because we do live in horse country.
There's a little seat down there.
Yeah, I won't be able to get to that one. We'll have to go over there.
Okay. That breeze feels good.
The breeze does feel good. There's a pond.
Just think this time of year, people are running through the woods fully geared up, but unless it's against the light out there.
Yep. There wasn't a beautiful trail path like this when they were fighting the battle. They were just running through the woods.
This is like a man-made dam. Block this off to make this pond.
They may have, or who knows, it may have been here. Hopefully our little information sheet will share something. Again, if you're coming in, welcome in to this Joyride.
Hey, Miss Gloria.
I will acknowledge everyone in just a minute. This is more than I normally walk at one time, so I am focusing on putting one foot in front of the other. Oh, Mr. Joyful.
I think the second entrance might be better. Look.
That was one entrance.
Oh, okay, Henry.
Not trying there.
Oh. This one looks like a little more gradual.
I'm gonna let you take over so I can concentrate.
Okay.
Going down the slope.
I'll stay behind you.
I already fell once while you were paying, so I don't want to fall again. All right, let's go to the table. It's further away from that bench, but so they have this set up where people can come and grill out and picnic. Mr. Joyful and I are going to picnic here after the Joyride.
We have a little campfire going.
Little kumbaya.
The toady frog bouncing in the fire over there. Little itty bitty toad frog. Alright. Look. That's pretty country. Alright. All right. Okay. Hold y'all up high for a second. This is the clearing we're in. That's where we just walked in from. the pond, walking across the little dam. All right, and this is the pond we're next to. Oh, set y'all down and give y'all a moment of quiet time let y'all listen to the nature for a second. Oh.
So this trail, if we continue down it, it will actually lead to the waterfall that we took you to last month. So if we had continued down the trail at the waterfall, it would have brought us to where we're sitting now. So how cool that is, full circle. So we almost got here, Mr. Joyful, because we walked a little bit over a mile of that trail last month, and the actual trail is a full 1.5 miles. So we were just under half a mile of getting here. So that's a goal for us to work for.
Yeah.
And then we'll know how far we walked.
Yeah.
Okay, so Battle of Musgrove Mill. Let's talk about the history real quick, and then I'm going to come check out you guys in the chat. The commanders for the Patriots, or the commanders in the war, were the Patriots and the British. The Patriots had a share command by Colonial James Williams, Colonial Elijah Clark, and Colonial Isaac Shelby. Colonial James Williams was from South Carolina, Colonial Elijah Clark was from the state of Georgia, and Colonial Isaac Shelby was one of the Over Mountain men. For the British, they were led by Lieutenant Colonial Alexander Ennis. Of course, the forces involved were the Patriots and the British. The Patriots had a total of 200 men, and they were from South Carolina, Georgia, and the Over Mountain Men militia. The British were a total of 500 men, and they were a company from the South Carolina Royalists, the New Jersey Volunteers, the Delancey's New York Brigade, and Colonel Clary's, Captain Hossey, and Captain Fanning's South Carolina Tory militia units. So see, even though we are taking you to a historic site in South Carolina, we have many other states that are represented today. The losses from the Battle of Musgrove Hill. The Patriots had 3 killed, 8 wounded, and 0 captured. The British had 60 killed, the wounded were unknown, and the captured were 70. So the next time you say, I cannot do something, remember that a battle that took place with 200 on one side and 500 on the other side had none captured, but they captured 70. They were outnumbered by more than half of what they had, and yet they were triumphant. So what was the purpose of the battle? The outnumbered Patriot militias were able to defeat their numerically superior and better trained provincial and loyalist militia foes by drawing them out of their encampment and into an ambush. The Patriots set up their ambush on top of a wooded ridge on the edge of an open field 2 miles north of the British encampment on the Enoree River. 20 men on horseback under the command of Captain Shadrach Inman were sent to fire on the British across the river, causing the British to cross the river and chase them back to the field. Forming their lines on the edge of the field, the British advanced toward the Patriots, hidden behind trees on the ridge top, where they began firing at each other for about 15 minutes. The turning point in the battle was when the Patriot riflemen were able to wound the British commander, Lieutenant Colonel Ennis, and kill or wound 5 of the 7 British officers, almost at the exact same moment. Remember, they killed 60, captured 70. This broke the morale of the British, causing them to flee the battlefield back across the Erie River. This surprising Patriot victory, following so close to the major Patriot defeats at Camden on August 16th and Fishing Creek on August 18th, boosted the diminished morale of the Patriots while also showing the British that there were still people willing to resist and fight in the South Carolina backcountry. And to commemorate today, Mr. Joyful and I actually have a souvenir that we purchased when we were inside the visitor center. Would love to have shown you some things in there because they had mannequins dressed in the full attire of the Patriots and of the British. They had this big boxed in display of the back low country where the war actually took place. And it had a 7-minute video that would light up and talk and tell you about the battle, which we just read. But it would have been really cool. But again, you know, due to state park regulations, we are not able to do that. But we did get permission to do what we're doing now. So, do you have the bag?
I don't.
Oh, you put it in the car?
Put in the car, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I cannot show you what what the giveaway will be.
History giveaway.
But maybe we'll do a small little video this afternoon and show it. But we will actually pick a winner in this live for it. All right. A couple other quick little things to run down. And it's just important dates in U.S. history, since this is a history joyride. In 1607, Jamestown settlement here in South Carolina was established. In 1620, 13 years later, the Plymouth Colony was founded. Jumping all the way from 1620 to 1763, the treaty officially ends the French and the Indian War. In 1773, 10 years later, the Boston Tea Party takes place. Then in 1775, the American Revolution begins. In 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed. That's a significant year for all of us as Americans. In 1887, the U.S. Constitution was written. In 1789, Washington becomes the first United States president. In 1803, the U.S. attains the Louisiana Purchase. In 1804, Lewis and Clark expeditions begin. In 1812, the War of 1812 begins. And in 1820, Congress approves the Missouri Compromise. In 1823, the U.S. announces Monroe's Doctrine. In 1830, the Indian Removal Act passes. In 1848, the good old gold rush begins. In 1857, the Supreme Court hands down the Dred Scott decision. And in 1861, the Civil War begins. In 1863, Lincoln issues Emancipation Proclamation. In 1865, Lincoln was assassinated, and the 13th Amendment bans slavery. 1870, the 15th Amendment gives rights to vote to Black American men. 1898, the Spanish-American War was fought. In 1917, the U.S. enters into World War I. In 1918, World War I ends. In 1920, the 19th Amendment gives votes to women. In 1929, the stock market crashed and led to the Great Depression. In 1941, the United States enters into World War II, and in 1945, 4 years later, World War II ends. But then just 5 years from that, in 1950, the Korean War begins, and in 1963, President Kennedy was assassinated. In 1965, American ground troops were sent to Vietnam. In 1968, Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. In 1969, Neil Armstrong walks on the moon. In 1991, Congress authorizes use of force in the Gulf War. 2001, terrorist attacks take place in the United States. In 2003, the invasion of Iraq begins. And in 2009, Obama becomes the first Black American president. And that's where it stops. All right. I'm going to turn you guys around so I can see the chat. And I appreciate everyone who is here with us.
That's it. After this live, if they go to the Battle of Musgrove Creek website, it has a lot of interesting photographs.
So say that again so they can hear you.
If you go to the, after this is over, if you go to the Battle of Musgrove Creek historical website, they show a lot of interesting photographs on their website about this location. You see actually inside the visitor center.
Oh, nice.
And see out here, see the creeks and the little bridges and cool stuff.
All right. Candy had said, well, it's been fun, but I must go adult and go to work. Hope you have a good evening. Alicia says, is the visitor center close to your house? This location is probably about
Half hour,
maybe 25 to 30 minutes from where we live. And you guys, for those of you who know that I've been looking for postcards for Miguel from the channel Who Knows, I finally have my first postcard. So I am on a mission to find at least 4 more before I send them to him. So I was excited to see you guys help me find a postcard for Miguel. And I will show that when we do our little special short video on what the giveaway is. It is, Sanja. It is very relaxing out here. Like, coming and doing this for all of you is also opening up places for me to be able to come and crochet. And the fact that Mr. Joyful can get on the internet here also would give him opportunities to have something to do. But it is very peaceful and relaxing. And since we're not able to get out and camp just yet, this would be a nice close to it.
It's very tempting not to lay back on this bench and just.
Well, go ahead for a minute, Mr. Joyful. We're going to be here for just a minute. Samantha says she loves it. Thank you, Samantha. I am enjoying it too. Sanja says you can see God's handiwork. Yes. When Mr. Joyful said he was struggling to find me, that tree that I had shown you as we were going down the pathway to go pay, that big tree that was laying down, I was actually leaning up against that. And oh my gosh, just looking at the handiwork and that big, massive trunk laying sideways. But then also just the trees, how they've intertwined and grown in and out and through that trunk. And then just, the foliage itself, it is just breathtaking. We've not had lunch, Samantha. We're going to do that after we say farewell to all of you today. Alicia says an old train track. That's what it kind of looked like we were walking down, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. And it very well may have been, Alicia. Sanja says, Ben said Todd is a good man because he likes country music. Were you singing country music to him?
I don't know. I do it randomly anyway, so I don't know if I did.
Did you listen to country music before you met me?
Oh, yes.
Did you? I did. Okay. I know you listen to a lot of like the oldies and stuff like that, but
when I lived out in Gilbert, we only had 2 radio stations we listened to. One was a classic oldies and the other one was country.
So to share another little tidbit fact about Todd and I, y'all know we originally met in high school, but it was later in life we were reunited and got married. But when we were both young, our parents took us to Disney World in Florida, and we were there at the park at the same time, but didn't know each other at that point in our lives at all. But even before that, when we were like really little, starting out school age, we both lived in the town of Gilbert here in South Carolina and went to the same elementary school. Of course, I was a year ahead of him, but
Up to third grade, I was same grade as you. I failed third grade, so for third grade, I was actually a year earlier.
well, technically, I did kindergarten in Florida, and by March of that school year, they realized that not any of us in our kindergarten class had learned anything. And so we had a choice to be held back or pass forward. Well, we moved to South Carolina at the end of the school year, and my mother spent the entire summer teaching me how to read and how to write. So I did repeat kindergarten, and so I was always a grade behind.
That's kind of what happened to me in third grade. I actually passed. Technically, I passed. I had all the points I needed, but I think I missed so much time when my eye was hurt because I was out of school for 2 months. That mom told them to hold me back.
Right. But because my mom spent the summer teaching me how to read and write, by the time I entered the fourth grade, I was actually reading high school material. So even though I wasn't one to get in trouble in school, I was very bored. So I got to do a lot of book reading in school. I got to spend a lot of free time in the library. Oh, Mr. Joyful found an earthworm. All right. Oh, thank you, Samantha. She says she loves the Joyrides. We are just going to have sandwiches when we have lunch, sandwiches and chips, and a little bit of lemonade. Sandra says, I'm blessed to be able to walk. Some days are harder than others, and I sometimes forget about my balance issues and move too quickly. Yes, I do completely understand, Sandra. I'm not going to undermine or minimize your experience, but I know for myself that right now I'm safer on flat ground. But I do know that when I challenge myself a little bit on, like I was earlier on that trail, it does wear me out faster. But what I was going to say is I have to focus more, and that's okay, because in that growth, it helps. We're pretty certain in my situation, will never get feeling back. But as long as I keep the mobility strong, I can go the rest of my life and not have feeling in my legs and still be able to walk. And that is the goal. All right. Oh, so we're way back to when we first got to that tree. And Jen was saying she thought it was a crab apple.
Okay.
Samantha says, I weaved in Granny Square Tales last night during movie night. Oh, fun, Samantha. And that's the best, because some people really do not like weaving in ends. I personally don't mind, but all right.
I read ahead, and Jen says that 1980s is the new oldies. And I said, that's one time I felt horrible because I was listening to an oldie station, and they played a song I listened to in elementary school. I was like, no, it's not oldies. I listened to that. I remember when it came out. It can't be oldies.
We graduated in the late 80s from high school. Yes, Sanjay, it would be very cool to be able to crochet a blanket representing each part of history. I am a little bit tired, Samantha, but I am good. I'm resting as we're visiting right now. She wants to know how you're doing today, Todd.
I'm doing good. That's not here.
And of course, we greeted her earlier, our sweet sugar wooga, Miss Gloria. We slept like babies last night, Samantha. Hello, Lydia. So glad you're here. I know I'm way behind. Hey, Christy, welcome in. I guess that was when y'all were looking for me.
Yeah.
Hello, sweet Tiffany.
you had them spinning around doing that money.
They probably really would be, Alicia. Maybe we'll come back in the fall. She says, I bet the trees would be beautiful there in the fall. Maybe you can go again and show us the changing of the leaves. Absolutely. Samantha says, are you near Angela from My Precious Yarnery, Alicia? Hey, Mama J, welcome in. Hugs, hugs. Appreciate you guys all welcoming each other in. That just always, always makes my heart smile. Tiffany says, yes, Alicia, that would be nice to see the change. Hey, G. Ann, welcome in. I am going to try to pick the winners for the wheel, Samantha, before I end. But right now, that's not what I'm concentrating on. Lydia says she is doing okay, Sanja. She's been crocheting hats. And she says, I do a square for them. Oh, wow. How different. Hey, Doris. Yes, that is a pond. Of course, that was probably when we were walking down. So again, I apologize. I'm behind in the chat. Lydia says, I love to see nature with all the beautiful trees. Me too. Oh, wow. Alicia says her and her husband also met in high school.
Yeah.
She says, we met in science class. I call us a science experiment. I love that. That is awesome. Hey, Laura, welcome in. Sanja says, sounds like my kids. They always read above their level. Oh my gosh, I was always reading a book. Those trees I'd tell you I'd climb a tree and read a book. Hey, Mishy, welcome in.
I was always in comics. And Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys and Sherlock Holmes and
Sanja, I'm just glad we have each other to support one another and be encouragers to one another. Hello, sweet angel. Welcome in. And Doris says her and her hubby met at Bible college. That is awesome. All right. So I don't have the giveaway right now that we bought in the visitor center to show you. Again, we'll do a special little video of that when we get back home. You want to try and do winners now?
yeah.
Hey, Katie, welcome in.
What is it again?
It's exclamation point winner.
That's right. I had it copied, but it's not showing. Winners.
I did want to walk a little bit more down the trail, but we are quite a ways away from the car. So what I could do is we could walk back to the car because we got to get our lunch anyway.
Yeah.
And we could show them what we're giving away then.
That worked.
And then we could sit in the car a moment to rest and pick a winner for that.
Here's mine.
All right. So our first person that will go on the wheel of Celebrating Joy Friends is Miss Lydia. Congratulations, Lydia. So you are going to, she was in here earlier, Katie, and left a couple comments. So she is going on the giveaway wheel of Celebrating Joy Friends. Again, that drawing will take place on Sunday, July 30th at 2 p.m. All right, Mr. Joyful, go ahead and draw a second name.
All right. I got I'm writing it down real quick. All righty. Okay. Chat jumped. All right.
All right. and Nightbot and Mr. Joyful chose. Oh, me too, Paula. She says, I love a hearty mystery. I love mysteries.
Hardy Boys, Nancy Drews, and
John Gresham, and oh my gosh, who were some of those other ones I read all the time? Congratulations, Paula. You are our second Celebrating Joy Friend winner today. And Mr. Joyful is going to do it for a third time, and then we'll take our walk back to the car, and I will show you the giveaway there, and we'll draw for that giveaway. And I will need to try and get it out in the mail on Wednesday. So whoever wins today will need to make sure that I have their full name and address no later than Tuesday afternoon so I can get it ready to go to the mail on Wednesday, because I go to work early on a Wednesday morning and I go to the post office on my way home.
yeah, the winner's already chosen.
And who was the third one? Tiffany. Congratulations, Tiffany. All right. So Lydia, Paula, and Tiffany are our three winners that we will put on the wheel. Now, I won't be able to show you going on the wheel because obviously we're not at home, but I hope that since we show you the honest system in paying to be here, that you would trust me to put your names on the wheel. All right.
Shoot.
We're just doing 3 names, Samantha. So now if y'all want, we're going to take a walk back to the car and continue to show you the nature. And we'll get back there and show you what we got to do as a giveaway that definitely represents the Battle of Musgrove Hill. And we'll pick the winner.
I texted you the name, so you'll have it.
I thank you. All right.
All right.
Mr. Joyful, I'm going to let you carry them if you don't mind so I can watch where I'm stepping, because I'm going to have to go back up an incline.
I'm gonna try to swim across the lake. No, I
Just swim across the lake.
might be easier.
That'd be nice as hot as it is.
Yes. All
But I
right.
feel like we've been really blessed, though. It could be a lot hotter.
Yeah. It's not hot, it's a little humid.
Okay. This picnic table is too short, too low to the
I
ground.
got my hand on it towards you. Hey, little toady frog. While you're walking toward the hill, if you need my help, I was walking into the water.
Okay.
And do you mind help?
No, I'll be fine.
Okay. I'll take y'all closer down to the water. Now, in my younger days, I'd be chopping along the edge, sliding into it, collecting tadpoles, and yeah. Dragonfly. I got him. All right. Make y'all dizzy for a second. I'll go back up here. I'll trump through the leaves. Old tree stump. Been around this way. Climb this hill. Would you?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Down there.
Excuse me. This is,
It's just more of the creek running to that waterfall.
yes, Cynthia. Here.
Oh,
Would you marry me?
he found a ring. Look, y'all. He put a ring on it.
It's on the side.
Oh, he put a ring on it. We will be this year celebrating our 18th anniversary on September 29th. Seems like it was yesterday, and at times it seems like it's been a lifetime, but it has definitely been a great time. Butterfly,
Oh, the butterfly. Okay. That's right.
dragonfly, and butterfly.
I tried to get a dragonfly. I'm not sure how well I got him on the camera. I have a hard time seeing if I can or not. Yeah.
There it goes.
Pretty baby.
There we go. That's God's gift to all of us, that sweet, precious butterfly.
Hmm. So,
Oh, we got to walk around there. Look.
swing.
Yes.
Think you can
Okay.
make it?
We're going to try. Oh, look at the steps that go down to the pond.
Yeah, we showed those.
Oh.
But you weren't sure if you could make it or not. That's that bench over there.
Oh, it just looked like an incline. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
I
looks
thought you
different.
were talking about going down the hill.
Oh, no, I wouldn't expect you to do that. Watch out, stick going to your face. Hello, hey, well, you going under it, never mind.
I'm
You're not that
tall
tall.
enough.
Oh, the dragon.
If I'd have seen that, we'd have taken them there to start with. So we're
Okay,
going to take
good.
you on a quick detour if you can hang with us. If not, we understand. You can always come back and see who wins the giveaway
Or what they win.
or what they win and who wins.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to be present. You just have to give me your information. But I'd like for you to be present.
Yeah. You sure you feel it making that way? I see you wobbling.
Worst case, you can get the car and drive around and get me.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
The car can go there.
Got my glasses. I'm coming. I just dropped my sunglasses.
What's the best way? Can we
I
cut
know.
through over
Yeah,
there?
I see people walking through here, but it depends on how well your
I meant
feet
down
feel.
there.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure if there's a gate down there or not. Okay. Okay. Gorgeous countryside.
It is beautiful. That's what we'll do, Mr. Joyful. We'll sit here a minute, and I can sit with them if you want to go get the car.
And people who just came in or hadn't heard, this is the Battle of
Musgrove Hill.
Musgrove Hill Historic Society site. It's a state park here in South Carolina. It was a battle that occurred in the Civil War.
The ground is so uneven.
Yeah. And we are currently walking across a small grassy field, heading to a swing, or trying to.
You can show them the flags.
Yes. Not sure how well y'all can see it, but state flag and national flag. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put y'all up kind of high so y'all can see.
I hear the cicadas.
Yes. If y'all can hear the cicadas or not. If I'm not mistaken, cicadas, they climb up a tree and they go into hibernation for 7 years. And they come down, like get out of their hibernation, they sing and do their little mating thing.
Swing is high.
And there we were over there. We're okay. Miss Cynthia on the
Ooh, I'm tired.
fall onto it. Let y'all swing with us.
We're in the direct sunlight though.
It won't last long.
This will not last long. But we got to quit swinging because it'll make them dizzy.
Okay. I think if you want
I can't touch the ground, so.
Okay. If you want to, while you're sitting here, I'm gonna get the car.
Yep.
Okay. I'm looking for a gate. That's about down there.
Whew. Y'all, I got slip-on sneakers on and I'm gonna slide them off my little footsies and let them air out. It is hot out here. But it is beautiful. And look at that gorgeous sky. What a beautiful day we've been given. And this is a big, huge grass field. This would be a great place to come and throw frisbees, play some kickball. Maybe like they did back in the day, some croquet or croquette, however you pronounce it. Both ways are actually correct, depending on where you live. Looks like all grass. That grass is so high. That is the pond way back there. Well, not really way back there, but it is just beautiful. I don't know if you can see that tree standing in the middle of the pond. But I see the dragonflies flying around. There's quite a few dragonflies, actually. Some flying right here directly in front of us. There's about 6 of them. And you can't tell it, but right there at the shoreline is one on the branch of that dead tree. And it's got its wings all spread out. This pond is covered in dragonflies. So what a gift it was for us to see that butterfly. Occasionally, I see some of the fish surfacing. And there was a turtle going across. I don't know if you could see that, if you can even see the lake. The sun's so bright, so I can't really see everything you're seeing. Up, it's got its head up above the water again. And it just went under. It's just gliding along. I absolutely love nature. And again, I thank all of my friends in the YouTube community that did the exact same thing we're doing now when I couldn't get out and enjoy this. So I hope that I am making someone else's day that can't get out, but I hope I'm making everyone's day by just showing you God's beautiful world that He has given us. Sometimes life just gets so busy and hectic and just crazy. And we oftentimes don't take the time to stop and look at the gifts He's given us. I look at the wind blowing through those trees over there. Even though I'm sitting in the direct sunlight, the breeze is coming by, and the only place that's hot is where the sun is hitting my blue jeans. But the only reason I can tell you that is because I can feel it with my hand. But one gift of not having feeling in your legs, I can't feel that heat. So see, God gives us so many gifts and blessings daily. And when Mr. Joyful comes, right where that fence line is where he'll be able to pick me up. And actually, this giveaway, it's kind of a two-part. Oh, wow. I don't know if you can see, but that dead tree that's sitting out of the water, there's a branch just coming up above the shoreline, and there's a turtle sitting on it. How beautiful. I hear a plane going overhead. Ah, it's just so peaceful and quiet. Yes, Sanja. She says, wouldn't it be nice to swing there and watch the fireflies? Gorgeous. It is. And you guys are doing it with me. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Doretha. It is. It's breathtaking scenery. Oh, good. You can hear the cicadas. Missy says she is almost done with her heirloom teddy. I can't wait to see pictures. Oh, I know. Doesn't it, Jen? She says it looks like Hot Tea River. And hey, Nana. Sheila, she says, yep, they do. And in the ground too for 7 years, talking about the cicadas that Todd was talking about. It is, Christy. It is so beautiful here. Thank you guys so much for hugging in Miss Sheila. Hello, Don P. We are at the battlefield of Musgrove Hill State Park, Don. It is, it's just outside of Clinton, South Carolina. And I hear a car coming. So, nope, it is not Mr. Joyful, but we're going to go ahead and get ready. I started to tell you, so the giveaway that we have for today to represent this Joyride is 2 parts. One of, oh, he is here though, but he went too far. I'm going to see if he'll, oh, I guess I can't get through that fence area, so I have to go that way. But one of them will represent the Battle of Musgrove Hill, and one will represent the state of South Carolina. So there was the swing. See how high off the ground that is? At least it was high for me. All right. We're going to pray for grace, that we all stay upright. He is walking back, so I'll hand you over to him when our paths cross. And as we drive to the parking lot, I'll get him to show you the other side and those picnic areas where we're actually going to have our picnic. He stopped and he's looking at a tree. I can't go up this hill and hold them. I'm so sorry, y'all. Honey, please hurry. I am shaking. Todd, I've overdone it and I'm trying not to be vocal about it on camera.
Okay. It's bunny hop. Put
There's a piece of wood buried in the ground like it was a cellar or something.
This is the tree I was looking at. I was walking down to you. I heard something crawling in it. It's what? Hmm. Do that right there. Okay. When we get to the corner here, be careful. Somebody let the dog do their business right here on the edge. It's right there in the, not in the grass.
Please, just get the door open.
It's open. Cheers, Joy. All right. All right. All right. Sure. Get the AC on going. All right.
It's probably too loud for them. All right, we're gonna get him to drive over to the parking lot and we'll show you what the giveaways are. There's a tree when y'all couldn't find me I was leaning up against. I don't have my seatbelt on. We're in a parking lot. We'll be fine. And that's what's left of the house, yes, where the Colonel lived. And there's where we paid when we came in. All right, he's going to go pull where we're going to have our picnic. And so right here in this building, it's covered. It's got the bathrooms on the end here, but then you can probably see right up there at the other end, there's some openings and it has picnic tables in there. And that's where we're going to have our picnic in just a minute. All right, let me bring you back inside the car.
All righty.
And
Get the. Okay.
all right, and like I said, this is a two-part gift. So the first part representing South Carolina is our actual South Carolina flag. And then the second part is representing the Revolutionary War. And this is the firearm set. And it says the flint lock pistol, which is this one here, was used as a secondary weapon in the Revolutionary War, very common for close combat, as their effective range was short. These muskets fired by striking a piece of flint against a piece of steel, producing a shower of sparks, igniting the gunpowder, setting off the main charge. The flintlock pistol came in many models and sizes from 6 centimeters to 20 centimeters in length. Then you have the flintlock musket. That's this long gun here. And it was the most common weapon of the Revolutionary War. So I said this was for representing the Battle of Musgrove, but it's actually the Revolutionary War. But it's the flintlock musket, the British style known as the Brown Bess. It was a 75 caliber. French models were 69 caliber. Both styles were used by the Americans. These muskets fired by striking a piece of flint against a piece of steel, producing a shower of sparks, igniting the gunpowder and setting off the main charge. The ammunition was in the form of paper cartridges holding a charge of powder and a bullet. A competent rifleman could fire about 4 shots a minute. And because these rifles were not very accurate, they tended to be fired in mass volleys followed by a bayonet charge. All right, and then the final thing in this packet is the musket ball. A musket ball such as these were used during the 1700s and the 1800s. These lead balls were 69 caliber in size and were commonly used during the period from the Revolutionary War to the Civil War. The most common gun used to fire these balls was a smooth bore flintlock musket, which could be fired at a rate of 2 to 4 times per minute. All right, so this is our giveaway for today from today's little Joyride. And I'm going to take you guys back and let Mr. Joyful enter winner in the chat. And we're going to see who our lucky winner is for our giveaway. And I'm going to go through the chat. Hey, Sally, welcome in. I'm going back up through the chat. Oh, Dawn said the AC was not loud for them. All right, he's putting the winner in. So y'all will see who it is before I do. Jen said it was not too loud. Mishy says hydrate, snack. We are getting ready to, and rest. Sheila says prayers and understanding, Cynthia. Rest and cool down in the car a bit, please. Thank you, guys. Please take care of yourself. I promise I am. Okay. Hey, Tina, welcome in. It was a beautiful swing, Jen. Sheila says, we live near Wildcat Mountain Battlefield site in Kentucky, reenactments every year. Well, if you ever get an opportunity to show us, I would love to watch. Lydia says, I would be crocheting on that swing. Me too. I probably will this fall when we come back to see the leaves change and the sun is not so bright. Sandra says, I am blessed to be able to tell if it's hot after a bit. God is good, isn't he? I know. We should bring an umbrella the next time for shade. All right. Going back up in the chat.
The winner chicken dinner.
Dawn says, go South Carolina, right? Mishy says, interesting. Thank you for sharing. And good luck to everyone, says Dawn. So cool, says Doris. And our winner is Lydia. Congratulations. Sorry, I need to find my water. My mouth is sticking. It's so hot and dry. So Paula's asking, what is everybody's weather today? That would be really cool to hear before we get off of here. We try to keep these Joyrides right at about an hour. We have gone a little bit over, so I do thank you and appreciate all that was here. Sandra says, my brother, the retired master sergeant, has a flintlock he uses during reenactments. Oh, wow. How cool that is. Lydia says, thank you. I will get my information to you. Yes, please do. By Tuesday, please. Hello, Miss Diane. Diane says, it is hot and humid here in New Jersey. Oh, my chat jumped. Hang on. Paula says it is 82 degrees. What is ours saying?
This says 91.
Inside the car with the air conditioner, it's saying 91. Sheila says comfortable summer weather today because overcast a bit. Cool. Lydia says it is 89. Sorry, didn't mean to highlight that. All right. Mishy says 86. Dora says we're having a heat wave, expecting 100 degrees today and tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Tiffany says 90 at the moment, predicted to reach up to 108. It's been hot and sunny all week long. Summer is definitely here for us. That's for sure. All right. Let me turn this around real quick so Mr. Joyful and I can say bye. We do appreciate you guys being here today. Hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed the scenery. Hope you learned a little bit about the battlefield of Musgrove Hill if you didn't already in school. I know I did, but I didn't remember anything. Of course, it's been quite a few many decades since I've been in school. Oh, and I was going to share something. Go ahead, Mr. Joyful.
I was going to say, Tom P said it's 93 here with a feel reel of 122. Real feel.
Okay. All right. I got to find that information I had. So I have something that I'm going to share for those who are part of the Yarny Fiber Sisters. You'll want to take note because this will be one of my questions. Earlier, when I was going through all the important dates in U.S. history, there was one given in the year of 1969. And 1969 was the year that I was born in. And it said, Neil Armstrong, let me see if I can get this in the camera. Neil Armstrong walked on the moon. All right. I'm not going to tell you what part of this information will be my question, so you'll have to listen. So in 1969, on July 20th, Neil Armstrong walked on the moon. And the reason I know that, this is the only time you're going to hear me say this, July 17th, 1969, I was born. 3 days later, on July 20th, I went home from the hospital, and man not only walked on the moon, but it was my mom's birthday, and she just knew that they were going to make July 20th, 1969 a national holiday, and she would always be able to represent and celebrate her birthday on a national holiday, plus bringing home her first baby girl, but they did not. So if my mom is watching this, happy birthday to you. All right. Jen says she was born in 68, so she remembers that. All right, let's see. Hey, Anvita, welcome in, my friend from all the way across the pond. So glad you're here. Sandra says it is thundering, so she's going to go get the laundry quickly. Well, have a great afternoon, Sandra. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, Tiffany, everyone have a wonderful weekend. And Dawn says, have a beautiful day, as you all are. Love you, Dawn. Dora says, thank you so much for sharing this beautiful day. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. Lydia says, this was fun. Thank you. We will, Jen, we're going to enjoy our lunch. Oh, you can't see. Right over there behind the bus parking only sign.
Actually, cool off a bit.
Yeah, we're going to cool off a minute, and I'm going to drink some water. All right. I think we've addressed everyone. Oh, sorry, y'all are seeing my finger. I don't know how to Scroll up without getting that in the way. Sorry. Ah, thank you, Christy. I will let my mom know you wished her a happy birthday. Hey, Vicky with a Y, welcome in. Sorry, didn't mean to highlight that. All right. Mishy says have to go and get ready for plasma donation in a bit. Thank you for doing that, Mishy. I know people really appreciate people who do that. Thank you, Anvita. All right, everyone. Making sure I got everyone. We will enjoy our picnic, Tiffany. All right. Thank you, Doris and Mr. Joyful, for all your cute little emojis. Love them always. Thank you, Vicky. I will let my mom know that all of you are wishing her a happy birthday. All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Be joyful, and above everything else, be kind to one another and kind to yourself. All right. We love you. Bye. Oh, speaking of love, let me show you my shirt real quick. It says love. If I can get it on here. Love. I can't figure out how to get this camera. Love like Jesus. All right. Bye.